Good morning to all of you, my dear friends. I'm very happy to meet you all through this online special class. The topic is education policy, that is National Education Policy 2020, Part 1. There are 6 parts. I hope that you might have enjoyed my previous publication on time management 1 and time management 2. Many of my student friends have asked a lot of questions in that. The very important question they have asked me is, sir, is it really possible to manage the time as you have said in that class? I'm telling my dear young friends, it is absolutely possible. If you want to ask your questions or show an example, I myself is an example. Yes, because I have been working as a teacher, as a professor since 40 years. I know your problem. So you please, those who are those who have not seen that particular publication, Time Management Part 1 and Time Management Part 2, I request you to please go through and you just see that. So now, the next topic I have taken for the discussion is National Education Policy. Now, everywhere, lot of problems are going by taking this our policies and all. But as my personal opinion is concerned, it is an excellent policy. National Education Policy, now 2020, is an excellent policy. We are going to discuss, okay? But this lecture is based upon the draft new education policy of 2019. In 2019, the first they have brought out the draft new education policy. It was not named by the time as National Education Policy. Only after having accepted, it has become the National Education Policy 2020. Come on, let us go to, without wasting our time now, we will go to the class. A student, this is very, very important for you. So now, dear parents, students, teachers, hearty welcome to this session on the National Education Policy 2020. That is why simply I am calling it as a Education Policy 2020. But this lecture, as I have already told, it is completely based upon the draft policy. This is lecture number 1. Okay, now see what this lecture number 1 includes. What? A small synopsis I have given. The first one is introduction. Second one is birth of new education policy. I have given you here the new education policy, objectives of the new education policy, then inclusions, vision and aim, then scope of the new education policy, that is the present one National Education Policy. The new education policy major concentration on what? So these are the things about which we are going to discuss in the lecture number 1. There are 6 lectures, 6 classes. Please, without skipping any lecture, I request you to kindly go through it. Okay, this is especially for the students. Okay, see, generally, let us see what is education. We will start from there. What is education? I think different people will have different types of definition for the term education. Some people will say education is nothing but skill learning. Some people will say education is many people will say many definition. But the most accepted definition of mine is education is the process. It is the process. It is step by step, line by line, stages by stages. We have to learn. It is the process of learning. Step by step we have to learn. As not only learning as well as teaching. Education is equal to, it is a learning plus teaching. That is called education. Okay, learning and teaching. And knowledge and skills will be acquired. This is education is a process through which knowledge and skills will be acquired through that process. So what I mean to say, education is a process. All in a sudden, suddenly somebody will jump into the, I will put all the education in your brain. No, it is impossible. It is the process. Sit, learn, listen, then learn. Then you understand. So like this, step by step you have to go. That is, education is a process of learning and teaching, and thereby we are going to learn skills and knowledge through this process. Acha, then you can say, what are the types of education, sir? This is another one more very important questions. Actually, dear friends, I tell you, education, there are three types. One is formal education. Next one is non-formal education. Then third one is informal education. Then what is the difference between these three? Formal education means there is a structure of the education, curriculum, course, number of hours you have to learn. There is a complete structure and there is an institution. See, there is an institution, there is a structure, there are teachers to teach you. You have to go exactly by 9 o'clock and you have to learn lot of things. Every half an hour, 1 hour, the teacher will be changing. Then again, different types of skills, different type of knowledges will be given to you. This is called formal education. But inside the educational institution, it will be taught. Then what is non-formal education? Structure is there. Curriculum is there. Hours are there. But it will not be conducted in an institution. It is outside the institution. This will be conducted. That is the non-formal education. Then what is informal education? No structure, no institution, nothing. Knowledge and skills will be learned by the practical experiences. Every day to day, we are learning, the teachers are teaching very less, whereas we are gaining lot of experience from others. That experience will be the main teaching for us. From there only we have learned lot of things. Okay, so then what is the another, before going to this, another, introduction also I have not started, because this is education policy, so we have to say something about, we have to learn something about education. So what is the purpose of education? Education gives knowledge. Education gives a skill. Education gives how to take judgment. Education gives, it develops our knowledge. It helps our self-growth. Education teaches us what is the self-discipline. Self-discipline is a very, very important. The man, whatever he has studied, if he is not having any self-discipline, he cannot be called as educated. Okay. Then another, education teaches us good character, good quality. So like this, education is the basis of all our life. Education is the main foundation upon which upon which the good people can live very happily. So this is education. Broad category is only two categories of education. School education, starting from KG to +2. This is one school going children, school education. Then whatever the education you are having, you are going to get after +2. So that is called your higher education. Now, of course, this lecture will be for common all, but concentration will be given to higher education. Okay, come on, let us go to the introduction. See, the government of India, education is totally, both the government, state government as well as central government, are the responsible people to give the proper education to we people, to us. We are the public, student, teachers, all the people. So who are responsible? Both the central government as well as state government, they are fully responsible. But however, more responsibilities lying on the central government. The central government felt the need of the new education policy to meet the changing dynamics of the requirements of population. See, when population grows and increases, then need increases and requirement increases. When the need increases and requirement increases, demand increases, naturally what we have to do, the problems will also increase. When every growth of population, not only the population grows, but also the problems are also growing. How to solve the problem? Where is the solution? Who will give the solution? Only educated people will give the solution. The ultimate purpose of the education is what you know. The ultimate purpose of the education is to give the proper solution to the living being. I have included here living being, human being as well as non-human being. Okay, so requirements started increasing, demand increases, problem increases, lot of problems are there without solution. So what to do? So we require good quality of education. So we have to make necessary arrangements in the education existing system. So existing education system, we have to make some changes. Okay, so we require some guidelines. So that guidelines are going to be called as here the policy. Otherwise also policy, according to commerce education, policy is nothing but the guidelines. Here the central government felt there is absolute need of the new education policy because the growing population requires lot of solutions, and they require quality education, they require a lot of innovation, they require a lot of invention, and they require researchers also. Okay, now aiming to make India a knowledge superpower by equipping its students. India's students are the super students, I am telling. India's students are the super students. Everywhere you will find Indian students are standing first with the necessary skills and knowledge, and eliminate the shortage of the manpower. Human power. So eliminate the shortage of the manpower in science, manpower in technology, manpower in academics, manpower in industry, manpower in commerce, manpower in trade. Okay, in business, generally business. To avoid the shortage of the manpower, to say our Indian students, to make our Indian students superpower in the world, aiming to make in India, everything, make in India, made in India, make India, made in India. So central government felt this is the necessity of this moment. So that is why the present central government had initiated formulating the new education policy. Previously it was in 1986 there was a policy. The little bit changes were made in the year 1992. But 1992, you calculate how many years, that is 2000, this is another 8 years. Here now it is 2019, they have started formulating. This is 19 years and another that 8 years, 19 plus 8, around 27 years that we have been following the education policy of 1986. You see the population increases, demand increases, requirement increases, lot of things. So absolutely our central government thought there is a absolute requirement of the new education policy. Hence they have formulated a committee. Okay, now let us see birth of that education policy. Next, birth of education policy 2020. It started in the year 2019. As a result of the central government seriousness in solving the contemporary issues, contemporary problems, and as a solution, see, continuously we are facing the problems. Demand increases. People are interested in search of lot of things. So we require some guidelines. So what is the guidelines? Sir, the guidelines should improve our skill. The guidelines should improve our manpower. Our students should be number one student. So the central government formulated a committee under the chairmanship of Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan. He was the former chairman of ISRO Bangalore. Under his chairmanship, if the government formulated a committee, under his chairmanship, so they have formulated a committee. That committee, what they have done? committee, they have consulted all the people, nook and corner, consultation, discussions they had with eminent personalities. They went to each and every place, called all them educated peoples, uneducated peoples. They discussed with them. They understood the need of the population. Dr. Kasturi Rangan and his team, after having all the discussions and all, what they did, they have submitted the draft report on new education policy 2019. That is the main purpose. I have taken these points only from there. Okay, because from the cause root, from where, that's why I have taken. They have submitted the report to our present Prime Minister, our present efficient Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, for human resource development with 5 pillars. See, the main purpose of what? Human resource development. To develop the human resource, they have formulated the policy. They have submitted to our Honorable Prime Minister. Here I think Prime Minister, left out, please add the Prime Minister, on 31st May 2019 with 5 pillars. What are the 5 pillars? The whole new education policy, national education policy, there are 5 pillars. Really, that committee, they have done lot of work. Access, first pillar. Second pillar, equity. Third pillar, quality. Fourth pillar, affordability. And final, last pillar, accountability. All the things are very important. The committee has proposed. Then by giving this committee, what they have done, they have proposed to rename Human Resource Department. So that department is renamed as Ministry of Education. See, many more questions are here. Many more questions are here. Who was the chairman of the new education policy 2019? Answer. Is it a team or committee? It is a team. So what is the exact date of submission? So these are all the possible questions which you have to remember, and possible questions which you may be tested. Okay, what are the 5 pillars? 5 pillars: access, equity, quality, affordability and accountability. You should not forget. Which department is renamed? Human Resource Department. Then we resourced as what? As a Ministry of Education. See, like this, you have to remember, my dear young friends. Then next, let us go to the other part. Objectives of the new educational policy. This is very, 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 very important. What is revamp the education and higher education system? So previously some system is going. System means auto run. That is called a system. Now we are also telling the computer system. Instead of telling computer desktop, do you have your system with you? That means do you have the computer system. System. Create world-class institution across the country. See, we have to compete with the world class. When other countries are coming, once upon a time there was a situation, Indian degrees are not recognized. It was some university, foreign universities, they were say, are you from India? No, this degree is not recognized. But nowadays, Indian degrees, first every country is interested to recruit people only from our India. Only from our India. All advanced developed countries, caste route is only our Indian students. It is a great privilege for us. Yes, then increase the gross enrollment ratio, GER, gross enrollment ratio to at least 50% by 2035. 2035, now it is 2025. Actually, this system, this new education policy came in the year 2019 with effect from 2020. Now 2035, our GER, gross enrollment ratio, we want to increase at least up to 50%. Now I think presently it is less than 50%, maybe 35% or 25% like that. But we have to increase our gross enrollment ratio, particularly in the school education, 50% by 2035. This is second objective. Okay, these are all your Even IAS aspirants, for you also it is very important. All competitive examination, this is very important. Then another one is what? First, to revamp the education system, to overhaul the education system, higher education system, to create the world-class institutions across the country. Everywhere you go in our country, it is not like that this institution is very less quality. There's no, it is international standard institute, world-class institutions. Then increase the GER ratio at least 50% by 2035. Then another one is that move towards a more imaginative and broad-based liberal education. Education system should be made liberal. You should not be very strict. Broad-based liberal education education. Please, dear friends, don't forget to listen the rest of the another 5 classes. Each and everything is very important. I could not give a complete picture, but to some extent I tried my level best to give you the knowledge. Okay, liberal education system as a foundation of holistic development of all students. See the wording, holistic development of all students with rigorous specialization. See the one side the objective is holistic, another side rigorous. See, you study holistically, but be serious in specialization in the chosen discipline and field. See, could you follow here the rigorous specialization? Choose a specialization, be master in that. It is not the case you touched it there, you touched it here, you touched it. It's not the case. Be rigorous specialization, chosen discipline. Then ensure a joyful, rigorous, and responsive curriculum. Responsive curriculum. What is this responsive curriculum here? See the word very nicely they have drafted. Joyful. You should accept the system curriculum very carefully, but that curriculum should be rigorous. That's the specialization I told you. Then responsive curriculum. The curriculum, whatever you learn, that should be practiced. That should be practiced. See, once upon a time, even I have told many places. See, once upon a time we have studied a lot of irrelevancies. Now, lightly, the present government is likely that outdated subject, outdated, unwanted things they are weeding away, and the very important things they are coming in, they are bringing inside. The responsive curriculum, then engaging and effective pedagogy. That pedagogy is very important. Nowadays, in some classes, some teachers, without knowing what is pedagogy, they are just going to the class and they are vomiting something, they are coming back. No, effective pedagogy is very important, and caring support to optimize learning and the overall development of the students. Optimize learning, caring support of the in some places, I have seen during my service, I have seen if any student is going to a teacher and ask some question, means, and immediately the teacher is supposed to say that. In case if he is unable to say that, immediately he will say, would you like to test me? Would you like to test me? I will see you in internal mark. Many teachers are told like this. So to avoid that, caring support, to optimize the learning. Yes, if any student comes, means, you got to, by smiling, just call them. Yes, you have this doubt, please come. I will solve the problem. Please sit. So first, clearly explain to him, and the overall development of the students. Then empowered faculty. Here it is a very, very important, my dear friend, the new education policy. It is, I like this objective. Empowered faculty with high competence and deep commitment, energized for excellence in teaching and research. I have seen some of the teachers, they will just come and say, see what happened? No, just now I came from class. What? So what? You are coming from class or you are coming from battlefield? So the people will say, let's say, energized for excellence. Suppose if the management finds such type of teachers are there, immediately they should be asked to go to home. We will recruit the energized teachers, energized for excellence in teaching. Teaching, you have to have the enough energy, and you should not get some sort of bore or sort of students. You please prepare something. You do your work. Let me do our thing. Just taking the mobile and clarifying in the mobile and all. No, empowered faculty. Empowered means we are not giving power to the faculty. Empowered faculty. Faculty should be encouraged. He should be ordered with a high competence. You should have the competence. Any student comes with any doubt, you should be able to clarify the doubt with a deep commitment. Yeah, this is, I have taken the promise that I will teach this particular subject, means that teach very clearly. Okay, then another, effective enabling and responsive regulation to encourage excellence and public spiritedness in higher education. See, effective enabling responsive regulation to encourage excellence and public spiritedness. This new education policy calls the public also to participate in that process making system. Spiritedly, that public should energetically, they should involve in that. Okay. Then to promote access, I have already told you 5 pillars. To promote access, to promote quality, to promote equity, to promote affordability, and to promote accountability in education as well as higher education. Then to promote innovation and research, another objective. See, there are 2 things, my dear friends: invention and innovation. Invention, one side I can say it is very easy because it is practically, scientifically, whatever you are finding out newly, that is also really difficult, I understand. But at least you are very good enough. If you put hydrogen and oxygen, you add it, water will come. You have to do it by doing having some difficulty, something will come out. But that is scientific. You can call it as an invention. But innovation means what? It is totally non-scientific. It is a socialistic pattern. Innovation in the management, you just give a new idea. Nobody has told so far. It's a new idea. It is very difficult to implement it. The people will not so easily accept it. Everybody will say everything as if they know everything, though they don't know anything. So, to promote innovation, I can add one more thing here: to create invention, then and research. To make India knowledge superpower, our students should be made superpower. Yes, across the whole world, in the mass, in the earth, our Indian students are to be made as a superpower. Providing the students right skills and right knowledge. I tell you, my dear friends, hereafter there is no there is no more. Our resume is essential now. They will just come and ask you particularly what type of skill you have. They will test it. Though you are not educationally qualified, if you possess that skill, no, they will just admit you in the. They will recruit you. So this is the condition nowadays, to eliminate the shortage of manpower in commerce, to eliminate the shortage of manpower in management, to eliminate the shortage of manpower in accounting, auditing, costing, trade, industry, business, science, technology, costing, like this. So these are all the objectives of the new education policy and national education policy. Okay, now let's go to inclusions. What are the included inside? Of course, so far whatever I have discussed with you, you know what are the things are included in that. The draft policy provides for reforms at all levels of education, starting from KG, pre-KG to your last research, school to higher education. It seeks to increase the focus on early childhood care. See, from where it is started, from childhood care, it starts. Reform the current education system. The present 3-hour test examination, that should be abolished. That's what they say. Strengthen the teacher training. Teacher education is very important, my dear friends. Some of the people, those who are listening my lecture, so you may be teacher also. If you are a teacher, and you should be a teacher, good teacher with full knowledge, full knowledge and strength to train your students. So strengthen the teacher training and restructure the education regulatory framework. Some colleges I will find the teacher will go, even in one picture, Tamil picture, I think it is starred by, I forgotten, Mrs. Surya, I think. Uh, oh, just a minute. Hello. Sir, I am in the class now. Please call me after that. Huh? Sorry, just I wasted 2 or 3 seconds. See, some teachers, Rakshashi, there is one picture. So there you will find the teacher will come to the school and immediately he will hand over the work to some other people and he will leave the school immediately. It should not be like that. Education regulatory framework they have included in that. It also seeks to set up National Education Commission, increase the public investment. I told you before, involvement of the public spiritedness, one word I told you before. Increase the public investment in education, then only they will have some interest. Strengthen the use of technology and increase the focus on vocational and adult education among others. See, these are the items are included. Okay, then next. I think you are not getting bored. Very good. Then vision. So vision and aim. Actually, aim means mission. So we will see the National Education Policy 2020 envisions. Vision and envision. Query. So an India-centered education system that contributes directly to transforming our nation's sustainability. Yes, we have to convert our available resource to the fullest satisfaction of we all into equitable and vibrant knowledge. This vibrant knowledge, please, I will explain you what is vibrant knowledge. Vibrant knowledge, it includes, is a very fantastic word, it is vibrant knowledge. Equitable and vibrant knowledge society by providing high quality education to all. So what is the vision? Vision means it should be India centered. Okay, then another one is equitable and vibrant knowledge oriented society we have to create. Then how? By providing high quality education. Our vision is high quality education, starting from childhood education to research, higher education. Then what is the aim of that education? Then you all understand now. To provide high quality education is our aim. Our main aim is what? To provide high quality education. So our main objective of this national education policy is to give the high quality education. Okay. Now I told you, vibrant knowledge. See, vibrant knowledge, it is something. It is an inclusive word. Vibrant knowledge refers to the dynamic and lively state of knowledge acquisition and sharing to describe a learning environment. See, dynamic, lively state of knowledge acquisition. Very, very thorough. The person who is having vibrant knowledge, he should be master in that. He should not have any type of doubt what he has already in his brain. Dynamic and lively state of knowledge acquisition and sharing describe learning environment. See, environment means surroundings. Learning environment should be very clear. Then only it will facilitate you to learn more. So for that purpose, what we have to, a person who should have a dynamic knowledge, lively state of knowledge, and that should be what is called the transition, acquisition should be there. He have to share the same knowledge to the others. That is actively engage diverse and encourage critical thinking. See, the person while teaching, The person who is with the vibrant knowledge, he is going to give the vibrant knowledge to us, means once he is telling means immediately we should think about it, yes, and immediately I have to ask question. So that knowledge should diverse ourselves. Critical thinking, oh, it could be done like this, it can be, so why, how sir is telling like this, why can't we do it like this? Critical thinking, creativity, holistic development, rather than just rote memorization. What is this rote memorization? That by closing the eyes, some people will say what Hindi में एक word है रट्टा मारते हैं. So that means by closing eyes, encourage student, A for apple, A for apple. You know, that's called rote memorization. Avoid the rote memorization. Don't take anything to the brain without any base. See, the moment you are getting knowledge from the vibrant, knowledgeable person, you should give you critical thinking, you should enlarge your thinking capacity, and you should, from there, no, you should create, you should think a lot of creativity, and it should not be the rote memorization. It is essentially means thriving constantly a living knowledge ecosystem where individuals are actively contributing and learning from each other. This is called vibrant knowledge. Please come, my dear friends, listen. I know something, you know something. Let us discuss everything. So you discuss, first you say, I will listen. And let us say enlarge our knowledge in that. Let me think creatively. Now I will say, you think creatively. So we should not, tomorrow or day after tomorrow you are going to a particular place, means, automatically the knowledge should flow from your brain. And it should not like a rote memorization, how the second standard students are 1 2s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are. Suppose if you ask what is 16 2s are, again they will come from the beginning. That's called rote memorization. That should not. So for that purpose, we have few points. Active learning is the first factor of vibrant knowledge. Second one is multidisciplinary approach, vibrant knowledge. Third, holistic development. That word holistic development is the very good word in this new education policy 2020. Then innovation and creativity and technology integration. So these are all collectively, if a person having this knowledge, we will say he is having vibrant knowledge. Now, scope. Then scope means it is the area coverage. School education, higher education, teacher education, professional education. The new education policy covers all these things. School education, higher education, teacher education, professional education, National Research Foundation, additional key focus areas, then Rashtriya Shiksha Ayog, then financing education. These are the scope of the new educational policy. Okay, then one question, what are the new education policy? What are the scope of new education policy? These are the scopes: school education, higher education, teacher education, professional education, National Research Foundation, additional key focus areas, Rashtriya Shiksha Ayog on financing education. Now, next, new education policy, major concentration. Now, just we are entering into the new education policy entrance. Now we are standing in the entrance step. What are how major concentration on what? Particularly here, though it is applicable for all the educations, but little bit I have given concentration on higher education. New institutional architecture. This is where individually we are going to discuss separately. New institutional architecture. So the old architecture of the education system, institutions, that should be abolished, and the new educational architecture, how the teacher should focus, how the students should listen, what is the seating arrangement, everything should be new. Focus on high quality liberal education. Good. Another area. Then creating a conducive learning environment. I told you, environment is to be made, that should be very favorable to us. Anything you take, environment, if it is not favorable to you, you can't do for what work you are sitting for. A conducive learning environment, you create it. You create it. Now, energized, engaged and capable faculty. Here only I am fully agree with this. This is very, very important. Even there is no architecture, no problem. But energized, engaged and capable faculty. Faculty should be neat and clean. If the faculty is, if a very wrong faculty is recruited, then that education will be spoiled by that fellow like anything. Then empowered governance and autonomy. Empowered governance and autonomy. Give the enough right. Decentralization and decentralization, delegation and decentralization, there are two important words. Give the autonomy. Let him do it. Give the power to him to do that work. That's called autonomy. Then transformation of regulatory system. Transformation of regulatory system. Everything should be controlled very immediately. Very importantly. Regulatory system should be very, very effective. Regulatory system. See, in management, we teach there are 7 functions of management. Parts COB we used to say: planning, organizing, directing, staffing, coordinating, communicating, and another one is what? Controlling. That controlling function is the regulatory system. If everything is there but there is no control, then Hindi mein there is one word Satyanash. Everything will be totally damaged. Regulatory system should be neat and clean. Regulatory system. So our new education policy, major concentrations on these areas. We are going to discuss two points in each class. Two points. By taking two points in each class, we will have the furthermore classes. Dear listeners, just a minute. I want to discuss one thing. See, I have created a new community called Safe Community with 4 groups, namely students, yes; safe, yes; academic including researchers, A; then friends group, F; and employer group. Employer group I have not started so far because only 3 employers have given their consent. Their name will be added. That's why that group is pending. The rest of the 3 groups, I have added. If you want to, there is no any compulsion. If you are interested, you can, by taking the link that I have given 3 links, by clicking that link, you can join yourself, because in future I have a lot of plans to work with you for almost all, but it will take time. So if you are interested, take this link and try to join in this. Okay friends, we will meet in the next class number 2.